Ugh. Oh my god, so like, it don't take me long. It take me like 30 minutes. You can cook anything in a cast iron skillet. You cook anything in an iron cast skillet or iron skillet, whatever. You can cook. You can even cut up a piece of brisket and cook it in there. Man, you know that one dude I saw that made that brisket? He doing that right now. You remember that brisket I showed you? What was I doing? Okay, I was doing something. Let's see. Oh. It didn't say I don't gotta do anything with it. You're not fighting me, bro. You can fight. I ain't. I got torso that's on that bro. I got helmet, torso, left arm. I mean it.
What I should like. There we go. Oh my goodness. This is the one thing about Fallout, bro. You always gonna see an area you're like, bro, should I go in? Is it worth it? My arm is already hurt? God. How dare you hit me? Knows I was gonna rush you. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, man. I ain't gonna fight you. Why is he strong? Okay, no, why are these guys so strong? No, we're not fighting these guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Now I kind of don't want to fight them because it's like...
Let's move into the master of all holiday roasts, because I'm talking about prime rib. And as you can see, this one is going to be phenomenal. And of course, we start off with a beautiful standing rib roast. As you can see, this one has 2 bones, and it will feed anywhere between 3 to 4 people. To make sure that my seasoning will stick, I like to also trim the edges, because you might know salt cannot penetrate fat. So to make sure that we got seasoning throughout the whole meat, the external fat has to go. The very next thing I like to do is to French the bone. This is completely unnecessary and it's for presentation purposes only. The easiest way to do it is to use a meat hook. You can also use a very old knife. Definitely don't use your fancy knives for this, because as you can see, by the time I was done, I was left with beautiful bones. And as I mentioned, it is for presentation purposes only. To ensure that it maintains its shape throughout the cooking process, I like to trace on it with butcher's twine. Now to me, this is one of the most important steps. This is a thick piece of meat. And if you just season it with salt right now and put it directly into the oven to cook, I can almost guarantee you that that prime rib will not be perfect. And that's because the salt will not have enough time to penetrate nicely and fully into the meat. So for that, I like to use what's called dry brine. It is just a fancy word which means seasoning with salt.
Hey.
Yeah? The meat, the longer you should leave it. Just keep in mind to never exceed 48 hours. But after 24 hours, I took it out of the refrigerator and checked that out. The salt is completely gone. But as you can see, the fat did not absorb it. And that is one of the reasons I like to trim it all out first. Which will develop additional flavor. That is to make a seasoned butter. I started with 1 teaspoon of black pepper, followed by another one of chili flakes, 2 teaspoons of Lucas Rose, 2 teaspoons.
Hey, I got something.
Temperature butter and mix it all those ingredients together. Because once you're done, you should be left with
Sorry, didn't mean to ignore you. Just got caught up in my work again.
What is that? Some kind of toy?
It's not just it's a shame, though. I don't have all the parts to get this old girl working again. Don't suppose you happen to have a spare crate of toy parts on you?
I know you heard the saying, Butter. Beautiful prime rib. Pretty much every single piece.
What do you need?
Omnidirectional servos, piezoelectric actuator. This was top.
What would it be worth to you?
How about, say, 150 caps? Sound good?
Come on. It's worth more to you than that.
Enough. 150. Take it or leave it.
All right, I'll do it.
Thanks. This really means a lot to me. There's only one place to look for parts like this. The old Automatoys factory, south of Quincy. Not gonna lie, it's at the far end of the Commonwealth. That whole area's a death trap. Gunners and worse. Even for you, it might be too much. But if you're ever down that way, don't forget about me. Now, where was I?
Welcome to the...
Hi.
Welcome to the Slog. We're the only Tarberry bog in the Commonwealth. So what do you think of the place?
The Slog? How'd you come up with that name?
We didn't. It was the caravan traders who started that. I started this place a few years back, but couldn't think of a name for it. Then one day, one of the traders pulls up after it's been raining for hours, and says he's never had to slog through so much mud in his life. I asked him if it was worth it, and he said, for the best Tarberries in the Commonwealth, it was definitely worth it. Working here is like a slog through the mud. It's tough going, and you'll get dirty doing it. But at the end of the day, it's worth it. You've probably noticed it's only ghouls around here. I used to live in Diamond City, until that rat... I decided that we ghouls...
Why did the mayor throw you out?
We're ugly. We turn feral and kill people. We gives the kids nightmares. All the usual stuff we get from you smoothskins. Now, it's true that there was one incident in Diamond City. But I ask you this, I've seen it more times. What if this place could be more than just a refuge for ghouls who aren't well? What if it could also be an example of what we can do when we put our minds to something and work together? We want this to be a... Maybe we can make people take a second look at it.
Anything I can do to help?
As a matter of fact, there is.
We can't sell Tarberries without traders, and trade caravans need safe roads. There's a gang of super mutants that's been preying on anyone who comes near their turf, including traders. It'd be a great help to us if you could take care of those brutes once and for all.
Ain't everybody asking for favors and stuff?
Do you know where they're coming from?
Two
They're a pretty
favors.
good idea. I hope you can find them and wipe them out.
Dang, all y'all asking for favors? Yeah, of course ain't Carbon like he a mutant. Ghoul, whatever he is, yeah. What's in here? Anybody else got favors? Cause y'all got favors today. I got my gun out.
I get the good neighbor lifestyle ain't for everyone, but it beats the alternatives. Folks in a place like Diamond City wouldn't give a ghoul the time of day.
supplies, see Deirdre. I knew you would help us.
Hey.
You look like a man who could use some fresh supplies. What do you say?
Sounds good.
Oh my gosh, you don't have anything. You look like no, bro. You broke. So, hey, wife, me get up, man. I'm talking to you.
Damn super mutants. Makes me sick to think of the progress I could have made without them around.
Excuse me.
Ah, thanks for agreeing to help.
You working.
Yes.
Come on, Jones, I need to talk to you.
Not many people would offer help to strangers.
I didn't know what we were going to do. Hop in the pool and gather some tarberries.
Wish I could say I had half of this you. Standing up to a creature twice your size? Ha! That's no joke.
Hi there.
Excuse me.
Make yourself at home, friend.
Alone. Where'd you go?
I don't know. Oh my goodness,